Alrighty, this quick demo here is going to be about Linux, and I'm going to go ahead and create a new virtual machine and a Ubuntu server, and it's quick and dirty, a little quicker than Windows in my opinion, but I've got the commands all mapped out here. I'm going to install 2 web servers, an Ingnx web server on port 80, and then I'm going to install Java and then Tomcat 9 on port 8080. So that's going to be the 2 I'm going to be doing, and we'll call this Linux VM 1, and I'm going to do Ubuntu 2204 Gen 2, and I think I'm going to do password, and then I'm going to do just my name, and then that'll be the admin login. I'm just going to open port 22 for SSH, and let's see, 30 gig default. Networking's fine. Let's just do a review and create. And validation passed. Let's go ahead and create that VM. It's going to give me a public IP, and then my last video I did Windows, and Windows instead of SSH port 22, I used RDP port 3389 to get into the server, and I just use a RDP client like this to get into the client. Now, so here's the VM, here's the public IP. Now there's a tool called Putty. You can just Google it, just download Putty and install it. Just install it. Just do the Windows install if you're on Windows. And then once you get to this point here, just put in that public IP and then accept. And then I'm just going to log in as Alan. And then there we go. Now with Putty, what I always do, because I'm old, I'm getting a, I'm just joshing you. You're as old as you feel. It's all that new age crap. Okay, so I just increased the font size. So that's all I'm doing there. Now, let's go ahead and just quick and dirty install. Actually, I need to do an app update before I do that. App update. Get my local packages updated first. Then I can install this bad boy. Ingnx is just another type of web server. I'd never really used it before. I use Tomcat, an application server, Java based. But we'll get this going. Once that's installed, then we're going to go over here to network settings and open port 80. And done there. Okay, so we got that. Oops, let me grab that IP. I did want to show you all the, after we install virtual machine, if you go to all resources, you can see all the different components. I didn't show you this with Windows, but it's basically the same thing. You got public IP, network security group, virtual network, network interface card, NIC for short, and then there's the disk. So that's where everything is. That's everything that gets created in Azure. All right, so port 80 not working. And then if we go to VM, go to network settings, And then we're going to create an inbound rule. And I'm just going to select HTTP and add. Okay, that should be done. Now it's going to refresh here. If all goes well. I don't like waiting. There it is. Welcome to Ingnx. That's our web server. Now we're going to do a install a Tomcat. But before we do Tomcat, Tomcat needs the Java virtual machine to run. So we're going to do that. And yes, this is an application server, not just a web server. This is what I do for my job. I do Tomcat. It's not my forte, I mean, but I get by barely with Tomcat. So, and I've only done Tomcat 7 and 8. I've never done Tomcat 9 before, but I think they got Tomcat 10 now. Pretty sure. Okay, so then, here's Ingnx, right? But the way you get to see Tomcat is you got to look for 8080 right here, because that's running on a separate port. That's a default port for Tomcat. And there is a command. You can see I'm actually listening on 8080. So there's 8080 down here. And that won't work because of the wonderful thing that a port rule is. So we're off to see the wizard. Now this is destination port range 8080. So we're going to open up 8080. So 8080 is there. Now here we go. Did that ever refresh? Yeah, there you go. That's Ingnx. Yay, it works. So you're seeing a page. This is Tomcat. So that's how to get a web server running up with Tomcat and Ingnx on a Linux, Azure Linux virtual machine. Hope you enjoyed it.